DeNet node sales are live, and we only have 2 days and 4 hours left to purchase our nodes. If we scroll down here, we can see that the clock has been ticking. Only 2 days left. So if you're someone that's been in DeNet, this video is for you. I'll be walking you through a step-by-step process in purchasing a Data Keeper node. And I'll also discuss the potential earnings that we can make by purchasing and running one of these nodes on our computers. Before we get into all the numbers, we need to understand how did we get to this point. Months and months ago, I showed you a free application where you were able to download on your phone and run a DNet Watcher node. There was an incentive to run these Watcher nodes in order to get a huge discount on your Data Keeper node. I am currently sitting at stage 32, and by upgrading to bigger stages, you are positioning yourself right and getting yourself a bigger discount when purchasing a Data Keeper node. If we scroll down here towards the bottom, we can see in the middle of your screen, we have 3 buttons. We have Tasks, Leaderboard, and Data Keeper. Now, if we click on Data Keeper, we can see here that I have qualified and I have reserved a Data Keeper node. Looking at the Data Keeper phases, obviously the first step was downloading that free application and running the Watcher node and at least getting yourself positioned right and reserving a spot for Data Keeper node, which was $100. Now we're in phase 2. We're basically going to go ahead and walk you through a step-by-step how to purchase this node. So all we're going to do is click on Purchase Node, and it's going to give us an option to connect a wallet. Very important. We have to connect the same wallet that we reserved our node with. Connect the wallet in the upper right hand corner. Obviously, I'm going to click on MetaMask. Once MetaMask opens up, I'm simply going to click on connect, and then again, I'm going to sign a transaction. Once you confirm, obviously here is the price that I'm going to be paying for my Data Keeper node, which is $280, a huge discount that I got for participating in the Watcher node. If we scroll down here, we can see that I have unlocked so far $275 worth of DeNet tokens, and this is going to resume counting as soon as we purchase these nodes. As we can see down here, the original cost $449, 15% off, and then obviously all the discounts for referring and all the discounts of running the Watcher nodes on the mobile phone. So we're going to come down here and click purchase all. Once we click on that, it's basically going to give us a purchasing options. We have to select a payment type. You can pay USDT on Polygon, BNB or Ethereum, or USDC, Polygon, Ethereum, or BNB. You can also do a card payment, but I would not do that because of the transaction fees. So I'm simply going to be purchasing with USDC. If I click on USDC here, it's going to ask me to make a payment to this address of $286.30. Obviously, I'm going to choose on the Polygon network since the fees are going to be very low. Copy this address, open up my MetaMask wallet, and obviously here I have some USDC, and I'm going to go ahead and click on send. Once we click on send, I'm going to paste the address here, which is right there. Obviously, it's asking us where we're sending it from DeNet wallet, what kind of tokens are we paying with, USDC, where is it going to, which is 0xD. You want to make sure that this address is correct, which is correct, and I'm going to be paying in USDC. So how much do I need to send? 286.30. So here, let's type 286.30, 286.30. Click continue. To alert. Okay, USDC, Polygon network, fee. Why do we have an alert here? You're interacting with the address for the first time. Make sure that it is correct before you continue. Okay, I got it. So let's go ahead and click on confirm. Once we click on confirm, basically it took off the money right here, already confirmed. So we just have to wait a little bit till it reflects on here. So I'm simply going to click on I paid, and wait for the payment status to update. This literally took less than 3 minutes. Congrats on purchasing a Data Keeper node. Your payment for purchasing Data Keeper node has been successfully processed. Please return to the Data Keeper page and await confirmation. Your required license for these nodes 841. Down here, join the private group for data keepers. So we can go ahead and click on return. You have purchased all nodes. Please wait for the release. As I mentioned earlier in the video, the retained unlocked DeNet tokens is rolling again. Basically, it's a 292 down here, and these tokens are not unlocked, but once they're unlocked, you can basically withdraw your money. Once you are done, don't forget to join the private group where you will have access to community node runners, community team support, and basically exclusive updates and early access that's happening with DNet. So go ahead and click on join. Now that we have completed our node purchase, what kind of earning potential can we expect from running one of these nodes on our computers? We're going to get 15% of DNet token supply by just purchasing this node, which by their calculation is $1,300. So just for this aspect is $1,300 from the token distribution. Now this aspect down here basically all depends how much data storage you're going to be providing and how much of that data is going to be used. Don't forget, this is all speculations. We can provide maybe 200 or 300 terabytes of data. But what happens if none of those customers are using those data? No one is storing that anything on your data. You basically not earning anything. So you make sure you do all your research and make sure that this is something that you want to put your money into. Obviously, everything I showed you here, take it with a grain of salt. I've been in crypto for many, many years. I like these kind of projects. And $280 for me personally is a wonderful deal. So let's go ahead and get that passive income going. One last thing I'm going to ask you for is please consider subscribing to the channel if you like this kind of content, and I'll see you in the next one.